lined up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on a giant screen with the few colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading
It's
about.
showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
We're delighted to have you with us. The Drive-in Theater.
You'll find something to please you to add to your evening's enjoyment.
Is pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
All right. What's up? What it do? How's everybody going? You frozen? I don't know. I've been up here.
How you going?
How you going? Are you
How's your
flowing?
mother?
What's
Oh,
up,
yeah.
everybody? You're tuned into the Drive-in Speakerbox. If you're listening to the podcast, we're sorry. Things are weird. Everything's just crazy and chaotic. We're covered in sleet and ice. And we're going to talk to you about movies for the next hour or longer. Who knows? We don't have anything else to do. So I'm your host, Bo, the boom operator.
Slick Doggy the Grip.
And thanks for tuning in. So here we are. Here it goes. Welcome. So
Yeah, McLean, 2 people. Yep, finally.
gotcha. Well, finally. Hey, McLean. There is 2 people. Let's try this again. We're here. We're ready. I'm streaming on my personal Facebook account for the first time. I normally don't do this, but yeah, here we are. We'll see who jumps in. Even though I've like false started this stream like 4 times. I got hair in my hair's so long and curly now. It's weird.
You're doing that early 2000s scene kid thing. Just do it with your pinky.
Just
yeah.
depressed, dude. Which is facts. But anyway, forgive us if the internet hiccups. I've reset the router. I've resetted the router. I've been trying to get things going. It says it's uploading, but you know, of course, I come all the way out here. Jake comes all the way out here. The frost, the sleet, the storm, and then the internet's like, nah, we'll let you download. Uploads though,
Yeah.
not so much.
cold the internet froze.
It did. It froze in the lines, underground, in the air, in the sky. The internet is frozen. But we're here. So, yeah, it's been a while. I saw some movies. We're going to talk about them. Forgive me if I'm a bit scatterbrained and distracted because, you know, it's snow day. A lot of things in the brain. But, yeah, I went and saw both Living, and I also saw Infinity Pool in theaters this weekend.
I made an attempt to watch Infinity Pool, but circumstances made me have to refund my ticket and not get to see it last night. And I talked to you about that. I was upset. I really wanted to see it. But I do have a stockpile of Indian movies to talk
boy.
about. I have 2 Tamil movies and 1 Bollywood. And I thought there was a Telugu in there, and I can't remember.
Well, if you can't remember, then we'll save it for next time. But anyway, well, yeah, you know, we got a lot of things to review, so we'll probably skip over just like the news portions unless there was any really big things you wanted to mention.
Lisa Loring.
Oh, more deaths.
Yeah, following the success of Wednesday on Netflix, unfortunately, the original Wednesday Addams, Lisa Loring passed away on Saturday at 64, which coincidentally is the exact number of episodes she appeared in on the original Addams Family.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk about nobody dying. I'm tired of
There
people
was plenty.
dying.
There was a handful.
I know.
But that was the standout one, I think.
It's been a weird week. A lot of people I know have been dying too, and that's like always puts me in a really funky mood. So trying not to think about that. So we're gonna move on. We'll talk about what's coming out in theaters this week. We'll just skip right over to that, unless you have any fun news that isn't involving people's untimely demise.
No, there wasn't really anything.
All right. Well,
I
yeah.
think AMC stock went up again, if that's a thing people still care about in this.
I do, because I have 150 shares of it. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah. Bought it when it was like 50 cents. And I'm like, okay, I like movies. And theaters are probably going to stick around, especially AMC, because it's the biggest theater chain in the country. So we'll see. Let's see. Movies that are coming out this weekend. Knock at the Cabin. That's probably going to be the biggest one. The M. Night Shyamalan new joint, which I don't want to go into this expecting a twist. I never try to watch a Shyamalan movie expecting a twist because, like, you know, let the guy make a different movie. We've covered this. We've talked about this.
But he doesn't.
He's made other twist related movies. He
Name
can
it.
do it. I'd have to look at his IMDb profile, but Avatar had no twist except for that it wasn't good. That was the twist.
The twist is, this beloved property that all of you grew up with a few years ago. I ruined it.
Surprise. Yeah. Well, that's coming out. It looks actually pretty decent. I'm looking forward to seeing that in the theater. You can check it out very soon. Also coming out in theater, another movie that I kind of want to take.
The twist is that the dads aren't really gay dads. It's a different family dynamic that you're not expecting.
Yeah, surprise! Not legal in Arkansas.
The twist is that it's just a James Cameron movie where they're under the water and it's the underwater aliens. What is it? The Abyss.
The Abyss.
The twist is it's just the Abyss because we got to sacrifice someone for the aliens, otherwise the tidal wave.
Whoosh.
Yeah. Spoiler for the Abyss.
So the other movie that's coming out this week, and I kind of wanted to mention this because I like kind of having difficult conversations about movies with people and turning things from a different perspective and seeing if they're still acceptable. And I've been seeing trailers for this because I go to the movie quite a bit, and you probably have not seen a trailer for this because unless I doubt there's a lot of them on NL, Super Bowl, Sports Sunday, whatever you sports people call it. But it's called 80 for Brady, and I've seen 2 of these trailers. It's like a new book club movie coming out too, where all of these, we've got the cast of characters. You've got Sally Field, Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, Sally Kirkland. And 80 for Brady. They're all talking about how they're about 80 years old. At least one of them is 80 years old.
Is Sally Field that old?
Man, they're all getting pretty old, and that's the thing. But the disturbing thing in this trailer and the book club trailer, which again they're all like, yeah, we're 80, is this is like the horniest looking movie I've ever seen in my life, right? Like the trailer, like literally makes fun of one of the characters. The character's like, oh yeah, I make this Tom Brady, pornographic fan fiction, like slash fiction, and they're like, oh yeah, and then these 80-year-olds are like, ooh, let me get on those muscles, I wonder how big his ding dong is, and they're like laughing about it, and like, we're 80, we can still get sex from these guys. And I'm like, whoa, this is inappropriate, you guys. Like, we shouldn't be talking about these 80-year-old women. But everybody's like, shut up, boom operator, let them get theirs. Yeah. And I'm like, well, what if this was a movie about like a bunch of 80-year-old dudes that like broke out of the retirement home to go try and fuck a bunch of cheerleaders at the Super Bowl? Like,
there are movies like that.
Where? Those are not acceptable.
There's that the dirty grandpa or nasty grandpa or
bad
whatever.
grandpa.
Yeah,
he wasn't trying to get no sex.
Yeah, he was, bro.
He was, but that was not even a real 80-year-old. That was the gag.
It was
chick
from Parks and Rec was like super into.
That's not okay. We can't make these movies.
Yeah, and then there's like bucket list movies and stuff like that. Yeah, they're out there.
I'm gonna have to look because we should not be making these movies. That's wrong. We can't celebrate this. No matter who it is. No.
But that's the joke.
No,
right?
No. The joke is these 80-year-old women are trying to have a lot of sex on Tom Brady. And it's fun for the whole family. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe just for old people. It is rated PG-13. But yeah, and Vince mentions the book club. They like get pulled over by a cop, and she's just like, "What about your nightstick?" And she's just like touching on him and stuff. And he's like, "Ma'am, please don't." And she's like, "Are you a stripper?" And I'm like, "What the hell? We can't be making these movies about old people trying to sex on the youngins. Like, that's not right."
Tyler asked who sat in a room and pitched 80 for Brady. Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Sally Field. Or here's the Shyamalan twist. It was Tom Brady.
He's Tom
like,
Brady.
Listen, Giselle's out of the picture. I have an idea.
Get Leslie Thompson on the phone. Or Lily Tomlin on the phone. Let's do it. Let's get him in the studio.
Lily Tomlin's gay.
I know, but she's hilarious.
That's true. She's very funny.
She is so funny. One of my favorite movies she was ever in was in it was the I'm having trouble thinking of it. The shit, I can't believe I've
Beverly Hillbillies.
No, No, it wasn't Beverly Hillbillies.
She's in that, and it's very good.
Hang on. It's going to make me so mad. She was like an existential detective in that movie. It was I Heart Huckabees. That's what it was. I Heart Huckabees. Has a really good film score. I think it's John Brion did that score, and it's really, really good. I Heart Huckabees. Fantastic movie. Anyway, that's coming out this weekend. And tell your grandma. I don't know. It's this trailer is just super weird. You know, it's like Spring Breakers, but with geriatric people trying to have sex with 20-year-olds, and it's just. I thought we were past that, you know? I guess Tom Brady's almost 40, so someone half their age.
He has to be older than that.
That was like 40, 41, which was pretty old for Super Bowl, right? Or maybe, I don't know. I don't sports.
Yeah, you got me on that. I don't know foosball.
Let's see. I can click
I know about as
click
much.
a button.
I know about as much about foosball as Bobby Boucher's
Okay,
mom.
so he was born in 1977, so that makes him like 45 or something. 46. I don't know. I'm not going to math in my head real quick.
4.
Anyway, too old to be playing the sports balls. Know what I'm saying? It's all rigged. But those movies are coming out in theaters this weekend. The rest are going to be kind of small, limited release. You might get Sword Art Online, the movie, in a theater near you. That's coming out in kind of limited release.
You know what we have at our local theaters? We've had it for like the last 2 weeks. That time I was reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah, that is.
Which is crazy that it made it to the anime stage, let alone being a movie and then sent to the United States and being released as a subtitled movie.
Yeah, pretty wild.
The weebs have more access to the things that they want than ever before.
Anybody. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Back when anime was a thing that you didn't tell people that you watched, and you were ashamed of it, and you only watched it in the confines of your own room. And that was the only way that it was acceptable, because you don't just tell people that you're into weeb shit. But back then, there's no way that anything like this would have existed.
No, you could never go to the theater.
You would have had to find the download on.
It was rare to see, like, when I remember when Spirited Away or Princess Mononoke hit theaters. It was like, what?
Yeah.
And now that's pretty commonplace.
Yeah, like Howl's Moving Castle. I was the only one in the theater watching that kind of thing. So even like the big Ghibli stuff that's super beloved by everybody, but let alone some weird niche doujinshi friggin' thing turned into anime for massive weebs. So
super weird.
Good for you, weebs.
You get everything.
Good for you. Good for you.
Me?
Dude.
Says the guy who's watched every episode of One Piece.
No, I have not. I have.
How many thousands of episodes of One Piece have you watched?
Not even 1,000. I've only got to the end of Zoe and the beginning of Whole Cake.
I don't even know what that means.
It means I'm like halfway through.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, anyway, Sword Art Online is probably coming. It'll probably be here in Northwest Arkansas, because for those of you that maybe are tuned in on the Facebook stream and aren't familiar with the show, we talk about movies, or derp. And we are streaming live for those of you that are listening to the podcast, the audio version of this podcast. You can tune in live every Monday night. This is Monday night. It's normally at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, but we are early because of inclement weather. But you can check us out on the live stream, participate in this chat that we keep referencing on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Dina says the manga section of the bookstore is never as large as it is now. We now nearly cry with every shipment because there's no space left. Dude, I remember, yeah, you could not find any manga in anywhere.
B. Dalton was the place that had like 4 bookshelves, and it wrapped. It had like 4 and then 2, so it was like 6 of the slats, so 1 row and a half. And everyone's like, "Whoa, massive selection." What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh, this weekend, talking about movies that you can go watch, though that's not on your list. February 2nd and 3rd. Groundhog's Day in the movie theater.
Again.
Fathom event. So that will probably be a good one.
They seem to do that pretty regularly. Groundhog Day. Yeah.
Because so that every year you can feel like you're doing it again.
Yeah. Which is a great movie. It never seems to get old. I think that's the point. So, yeah, those are your movies that are coming out in theaters this weekend. You could check them out. There's a lot of indie films out there, a lot of limited release movies in the theater right now. As Oscar nominees have been announced, then this happens every year because January, February tend to be pretty slow in the theaters, and then everybody mentions the Oscar noms, and then everybody that listen to guys like us say you should see this movie and you should see this movie, and they go, no, I've never heard of it, and then the Academy Award list comes out, and they go, oh, I'd really like to see that, and then it's in theaters and you can see it. So that's why Living's in theaters right now. That's why some of these smaller indie films are hitting theaters. You can check them out because they know you won't listen to anybody but a big review. You got to have somebody force feed you these decisions.
They've also brought some of the ones that already had their theatrical run back to do it again for that award season ticket boost.
Yep. So you can check those out in theaters. A lot of stuff playing here in Northwest Arkansas. That was something that I did want to mention for everybody. I was literally having this conversation. I think I have this conversation about once a month, and somebody comes up to me, because Northwest Arkansas is a very unique place, and we have a lot of, interesting amenities and entertainment options in this area. Our metro is still it's not even 1 million people, not even 500,000 people, just barely over 500,000 people. And we have a lot of stuff at our disposal. And everyone's like, we need an indie theater. We need an Alamo Draft House. We need more indie movies. I was like, we have them. We already have them, and you don't watch them.
How do you think I watch all these Indian movies?
Yeah, we have them all the time. Shout outs Adam and Tyler over on YouTube. Tyler says, no love for Nope. Thought it would get cinematography nod. I don't want to turn this into an Oscars episode, but I'll break down. I usually have a perfect score almost every year on Oscar picks because it's incredibly predictable. It is not based anymore. It's not based on any measure of content. It's based on strategic nominations and strategic award givings because we have to make everyone happy now. And if you